We have now entered the 8th day here in Minnesota where all 66 members of the Democrat State House Legislature have not shown up for work, where every single Republican has shown up for work. That means that they're not going to committee, they're not showing up to vote, they are doing none of it. They are boycotting. And the craziest part, they're actually still getting paid. Now you might say, well, what the heck's going on in Minnesota? It's very simple and straightforward. Republicans and Democrats at the end of the election in 2024 exactly had 67 seats. 67 Republicans, 67 Democrats. But the Democrats literally cheated. A judge found that one of the Democrats that won didn't actually live in the district that he just won an election for. So that seat was vacated and therefore a new election had to be held. Well, all of this happened before the legislative session started, which means Republicans had a one-vote majority, a one-member majority. And so as you do, when you have a majority, they elected a Speaker of the House, they're able to set committees, all of these amazing things. And what do you think the Democrats did? They do what they always do, which is they try and cling on to power and act like giant children. It's been 10 days since session started, but you have the weekends where you're not actually in session, and that's where we're at right now. So if you live in an area that's represented by a Democrat state rep, they have not shown up. How do you feel about that? Do you think that you're being actually represented, or do you think that they should still show up even if they don't have power? It's fascinating to see how desperate Democrats are here in Minnesota to cling to power. Now, all of that's well and great, but I know a lot of people are going to say, well, what are you going to do about it, Republicans? Well, right now, the law is on our side, but we have to be able to gather a few different things, right? Like get our ducks in a row, our I's dotted, our T's crossed. But there is right now a movement to actually initiate a bunch of recall petitions that as long as these people do not show up to work, meaning that their people and their districts are not being represented, that a recall petition would be in order, saying to a judge, you should recall this elected official because they refuse to show up and do their job.